and welcome to our nightly news. These are the headlines. The state visit of the Sultan of Oman, Haytham bin Tariq, to Algeria marks a key step in strengthening the distinguished ties between the two countries, built on fraternity, shared visions and aligned positions. The visit also opens a new prospects of bilateral cooperation, reflecting the common will of both leaders. And under the high patronage of the President of the Republic, Prime Minister led celebrations marking World Press Freedom Day, highlighting efforts to foster a professional media environment, one that is both free and responsible. French Interior Minister orders shutdown of urgent Palestine, making another move part of broader Islamophobic campaign. And synagogue sign in Moroccan campus triggers public outcry amid growing rejection of normalization with Zionist entity. Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's news. On the eve of the state visit of the Sultan of Oman, Haytham bin Tariq, to Algeria, the comprehensive vision and strong will of the two countries to strengthen bilateral relations and raise them to broader horizons are being embodied. We're talking about distinguished fraternal relations, strong harmony and shared visions and positions on many current issues. Rania Al-Bahri.
The Sultanate of Oman and Algeria share long-standing relationships spanning over 50 years. Rooted in shared principles and mutual respect, the friendly relation between President Boumediene and Sultan Qaboos in 1973 exemplified the depth of these ties.
His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq's state visit to Algeria underscores the enduring and multifaceted relations between the two nations, aiming to further strengthen their bilateral cooperation. Politically, the visit is set to enhance bilateral relations and open new avenues for collaboration in sectors like education, agriculture, energy, and pharmaceuticals, benefiting both nations and promoting regional stability.
The Algerian-Omani relations are characterized by mutual understanding and alignment on various issues, especially concerning the Arab world and the Arab League, reflecting a shared vision and common objectives.
The revitalization of relations was evident during President Abdelmajid Tebboun's state visit to Oman in October 2024, marked by the signing of 8 Memorandum of Understanding and the establishment of a joint investment fund to foster partnership in key sectors.
This historic visit by His Majesty to Algeria signifies a transformative phase in Oman-Algerian relations, with expectations of new Omani investments in Algeria, reflecting the growing economic ties between the two countries. Algeria plays a significant role in Africa and North Africa, while Oman holds respected influence in the Gulf and the Arab regions. These shared attributes contribute to the development of deep-rooted and friendly relations between these two nations.
His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq's visit to Algeria is the first bilateral state visit by an Omani Sultan, highlighting its importance amid a period of renewed closeness and unified efforts to address challenges facing Arab relations.
And under the aegis of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister Nadel Arbawi led a ceremony on this Saturday marking the World Press Freedom Day. Attendees included ministers, media executives and press representatives. The Communication Minister discussed the state of the national press and its evolving challenges and responsibilities. Najah.
To mark the World Press Freedom Day, Algeria highlights the major reforms that have transformed the information sector. The country has launched tangible efforts to ensure journalism is free, independent and responsible. This commitment is reflected in the support given to national media and in the reform of the audiovisual landscape. And these actions demonstrate Algeria's determination to promote a high-quality press that upholds democratic values and respects freedom of expression.
I would like to emphasize the significant attention that the President of the Republic has given to the national press and the profession of information and communication. The tradition of regular interviews with the media to enlighten public opinion is a clear reflection of this commitment. Preserving Algeria's image is also a top priority. Algeria is currently facing a media war which seeks to undermine our development processes and create confusion by spreading false information. information. I take this opportunity to renew my call to the national media to unite and actively work together to counter this media aggression, always within the framework of a cohesive and responsible media.
Algeria is currently grappling with major challenges, including a media war fueled by false information intended to destabilize the nation. In this context, the role of journalists becomes all the more crucial, and every day they strive to counter fake news, restore the truth, and provide the public with accurate and trustworthy information in the face of these ongoing threats.
Today we're going through algorithm wars, where our opponents are not known but are behind screens. So today, as journalists, we must invest this invisible arena with strength and determination to prove that Algeria's image can't be ruined, and to say that what is said behind screens and black boxes is far from reality. I believe this is happening since we're living at the crucial moment in international geopolitical relations, and Algeria has a huge role to play in this.
Amid these ongoing challenges, Algeria remains committed to its path of transformation and reform, firmly upholding its core principles. In this journey, the press plays a vital role as a cornerstone of democracy, offering reliable, fact-checked and independent information that supports and sustains the reform process.
Now the news. The Minister of State, Minister of Energy, Mines and Renewable Energies, Mohamed Arqab, took part today via teleconference in a ministerial meeting of OPEC Plus member countries. The alliance agreed to a new increase in oil production starting this June. Algiers' share will rise by 10,000 barrels per day, bringing its total production for the month to 982,000 barrels per day. And the Dar el Baida Public Prosecutor's Office has ordered an investigation on the arrest of Mohammed Al-Amin Belghith following the circulation of controversial interview on social media. In the interview aired by Sky News Arabia, Belghith described Amazigh identity as a Franco-Zionist project, remarks deemed as an attack on national unity, the country's core values and Algeria's constitutional principles. He appeared before the court earlier today on charges that include undermining national unity, inciting hate speech and discrimination. Following the hearing, the examining magistrate ordered that he be remanded in custody. Earlier today, Minister of Communication led a wreath at the memorial stele honoring fallen journalists. Fatiha was recited in their memory during the ceremony held at the Liberty Square. The tribute was attended by several media institutions' heads, including EPTV Director General, along with a number of journalists and media professionals. Support for the Palestinian cause has once again come under fire in France. The Interior Minister has announced the shutdown of Urgent's Palestine Association. The move has sparked strong backlash, with many condemning it as yet another Islamophobic measure driven by far-right and its allies in power. Raniel Perry reports.
Bruno Retailleau keeps going. He has now decided to shut down the Palestine Emergency Association. He says it's to fight against dangerous ideas, but by doing this, he ignores the voices of citizens and human rights defenders who have been calling out the genocide happening in Gaza, carried out by the Zionist entity. Retailleau is clearly continuing the government's attack on groups that support Palestine. This is just one more step in the largest campaign of legal and political pressure against the solidarity movement, banning protests and gatherings, and giving out heavy prison sentences.
They undermine our institutions and twist our values, claiming that the police only target mentally unstable individuals because they protect us. They align themselves with these so-called Islamo-leftists from the November 9th, 2019 march, fully embracing this ideological drift, much like the rigid formalism of notarism.
The Islamophobic minister is using dangerous and authoritarian methods to silence people who want peace, and yet he said nothing about the attack by a small Nazi group in Paris.
Here I am standing in front of my local police station. The French flag is flying at half-mast, and I ask myself, why did I just receive a letter from the Minister of the Interior saying the government plans to dissolve the Palestine Emergency Fund? I'm being treated like a criminal, and at this very moment the Palestinian people are suffering genocide and starvation. Their whole population is being targeted. And what is the French government doing, trying to destroy the groups who stand in solidarity with them?
The French government's decision to dissolve the pro-Palestinian group Urgence Palestine has sparked significant controversy. Interior Minister Bruno Retailleau justified the move by asserting the need to combat Islamism, describing it as a political ideology that distorts religion. He emphasized that while many Muslims in France practice a faith compatible with Republican values, Urgence Palestine's activities, such as organizing demonstrations and advocating for a boycott of the Zionist entity, cross the line into promoting extremist views. Critics argue that this action suppresses legitimate expression of solidarity with the Palestinian people, especially amid the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. They contend that the dissolution reflects a border pattern of the French government targeting activist groups under the guise of maintaining republic order, thereby stifling decent and undermining democratic freedoms.
And the ceremony was held at the port of Algiers to honor the Algerian workers martyred in the car bomb attack carried out by the secret armed organization on May 2nd, 1962. Marking the 63rd anniversary of the attack, a wreath was laid at the commemorative stele, followed by the recitation of the Fatiha from the Holy Quran. And in Morocco, the installation of a synagogue sign on a campus sparks the tension surrounding normalization with a Zionist entity, leading to the growth of more uneasy atmosphere. Najah Tayyar explains.
In Morocco, controversy has erupted following the installation of a synagogue sign at a university campus entrance, while certain individuals interpret the move as a gesture of religious inclusion, and many students criticize it, arguing that it reflects a deeper trend of Zionist presence seeping into public institutions and symbolizes an unwanted normalization.
It's clear that we're on the side of Palestine. We also denounce what's happening in Gaza. The Zionist crime must stop, and we call on the Moroccan authorities to put an end to this normalization.
With many in the population accusing the government of political surrender disguised as a strategic decision, the gap has grown wider between the Moroccan people and their government, and the Zionist influence is now reaching sensitive areas, including agricultural land, investments and centers of power, and this shift has fueled widespread concerns among the public.
We don't know where to turn. The Moroccan authorities turn a deaf ear and leave us to fend for ourselves.
The Moroccan street is growing restless. Issues such as the repression of dissenting voices and widespread insecurity are adding to the unrest. And for many, the normalization goes beyond diplomacy, symbolizing the rejection of a system they feel is prioritizing foreign agendas over the national interest. And this scene of frustration is increasingly evident across the country.
That was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.